introduce our class to you guys. This is Spanish 112. That should say Elementary Spanish 2. I need to fix that. But so it's Spanish 112, Elementary Spanish 2. So to start with, you always want to, we're going to have two components to our class. We're going to have two sites. We'll have My Language Labs and we'll have Moodle. And sometimes people start just checking My Language Labs. Don't ever do that. I have a lot of stuff in Moodle and I need you guys checking here first. I want you to think of Moodle as our classroom and My Language Labs as a workbook. Essentially as a workbook. So if you're not checking Moodle, you're missing a lot of important stuff. So first off, my name is Jennifer Ray. This is my email, and that's my phone extension. Because it's summer and we're an online class, I'm going to ask that you guys make an appointment if you need to meet with me. I'm not going to hold regular office hours, or you can communicate with me via Skype. We can share our screen that way, but something that might also be beneficial to you guys is just to put the app on your phone, the business Skype app on your phone, because then you could also communicate with me via it would pop up on my phone almost like a text message. So you might want to do that in case you need to get me more quickly, or you want to, because sometimes if you're having a problem. Email is a little bit slow because you write me and then I write you back, but if you can get me in real time, doing something via Skype would be faster. So anyway, this video tells you how to set up your account in Skype, and then you can just simply go to the App Store, or I don't have an Android, but I think it's the Google Play Store, and just download the Skype for Business app on your phone. Just want to double check. Yeah, do the Skype for Business app, not the regular Skype, and we should be able to communicate. Okay, so anyway, moving right along, this is our Start Here block. You're going to see this video when I'm done. There'll be a couple of videos at the top of each block. They're not out there yet, but you want to make sure with each week that you open Start Here and each week that you watch the videos are going to explain. In Start Here, it's just going to introduce the class to you. But for each other week, it's going to explain to you what you need to do for the week. Okay, so just remember that to remain in the class, you have to complete an assignment by the census date. These are the assignments that you need to complete. Verify your enrollment and your academic integrity quiz. These are not going to count towards your grade for the class. However, they do count for your attendance and ability to remain in the class. So just make sure you complete them by June the 8th. Okay. So each week is going to have listed the objectives that we're going to cover, and then you'll open up each week. You'll notice there are not that many weeks, so this class is going to go at a fast pace, and you are going to have a lot of work because we're taking essentially a 16 to 17 week course and trying to do it in 8 weeks. Okay, so you have to, basically you'll be doing 2 weeks of work every week. And 112 has quite a bit of work. So at the top, I will always have, like I said, there's going to be a video up here explaining to you what you need to do. Then I will tell you what pages to study and what you should be able to do by the end of this week. And then the due date for your assignments. I'm going to make your assignments due on Thursdays by the end of the day. Except the finals week, you'll want to double check because I think I have work coming in plus a final for you guys, so I may have given you two different due dates, a due date for your work and a due date for your final, so double check that. For each week, I will always have a little hyperlink, a little book that has videos. These are our lessons, so the first thing you're going to be required to do each week is to look at the lessons, and then to go into your class participation forum and post any questions or concerns you have about the lessons. That's how I'll know if I need to provide you with extra instruction. And then as you scroll through, other assignments will be given. For example, you may need to go to and I'll have links to My Language Labs, which is our workbook. So you'll go to My Language Labs, and when you go to My Language Labs, if you click this link, it'll take you out here to My Language Labs. And when you click on the calendar, the assignments are going to be posted there. So there's the assignments that you have to do. Make sure you are checking Moodle, though, because you'll notice I only assigned SAM activities, but down here there's some tutorials and extra practices. Those are not assigned. You don't have to do them. They're extra. They're if you want to do them. So you'll always want to check here so you know what you have to do, because then you can skip over the extras if you feel like you don't need them. And I'm going to remove this quiz. I had decided yesterday that I was not going to go back and review Chapter 3 because I thought I was giving you guys too much work. So don't worry about that quiz. It'll be gone. So then there's the rest of the assignments, cultural assignment, tests. Most of my stuff is going to be in Moodle. I have moved all of my tests and quizzes into Moodle. The only things you're going to be doing in my language labs are going to be the SAM activities and oral dialogue. So just make sure each week you'll open it up and you'll see what you have to do. So just make sure you start here. Okay. Other things that you'll find on our site are course information. So the syllabus is here. There's a PDF version of it, and there's also a Moodle book version of it. So if you open this up, you can go through these pages in the Moodle book, and it'll tell you, all the information you need for the class, like the census data, our withdrawal policy, your student learning outcomes, our grading scale, and your evaluation of performance. So you'll just want to go scroll through this book because it'll let you know all the information you need for our class. Other things you can find are grading criteria. This is a rubric for how I'm going to grade your orals and your writing assignments. So you'll want to look at that whenever you have one of those due. Our course schedule, this just lets you know that all of our homework is due by the end of the day, 11:59 on Thursdays. So just you'll be asked to watch instructor-made videos and then post any questions or concerns you have regarding the material in those videos. So just make sure that you look through that. And this is our grade book, so you can go here to your grade book. Also on the side are resources like tutoring, technical support, the library, student services, student complaints. And I'm going to I think I have them duplicated, so I'm going to get rid of some of these duplicates. This is a priority line that you can call. If you're having trouble with your My Language Labs, you'd want to call this number to get help from Pearson. This again is a link to My Language Labs. I have it all throughout the class. This is a video that tells you how to set yourself up in My Language Labs. Okay, so if you scroll down here, this is the code that you're going to need to set yourself up in My Language Lab. So I'm going to make a video in a minute that goes over how to set yourself up, introduces My Language Labs, and I'll go over that code. And so these are links that take you to how to set up your book on your Android tablet or your iPad. So if you, in an online class, if you want to work with your text on your iPad or your tablet, then you can look at those links. This tells you how to turn off your pop-up blockers. If you're in the My Language Lab site, it has instructions for how to turn off your pop-up blockers, but those instructions are just for PCs. So if you have a Mac, here's instructions for how to do it with a Mac, how to do your browser tune-up, and this is how to set up your microphone. That may not be necessary. Usually if you have a problem with it, these are all for problems with oral dialogues. If you have a problem with your oral dialogues, usually it's an issue of turning off your pop-up blocker. So these are probably the most important for you guys to look at. And that pretty much sums up Moodle.